Good morning, everyone. This is Mr. Junie for another daily math activity for Wednesday the Rainbow, March 17th, 2020. Now, yesterday, Tuesday, the sun, you went on a shape hunt, right? Now, today, you're gonna go on a color hunt. What are you gonna go on? A color hunt. So you're gonna look all over your homes and all over your houses for objects that are these three colors. Now, before we go hunting, let's go over these three colors. What color is this? It's red. What color is this? It's blue. And what color is this? It's green. So you're gonna look all over your house for objects that are these three colors. And you have to find at least 6 objects. How many objects at least? Can these objects be yellow? No. Can these objects be purple? Mm-mm. Can they be orange? They have to be these 3 colors: red, green, and blue. What 3 colors? All right, so it sounds like you're ready to go hunt. I'm gonna go hunt for a couple of things and we'll meet right back here. Ready, set, go. Go, 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 go. Woo! I'm back. And let's look what I found. Let's see. I found this pillow that's green. It's one of the characters from Toy Story. I also found a pair of scissors. I also grabbed a book that's red. I also grabbed some of our cubes from class that are blue. Gloves that are blue, and I'm also going to use my Mickey Mouse mug. All right, now I'm going to record everything that I found in something called a graph, and a graph tells us information about something. So everyone say graph tells us information. What does a graph do? It tells us information. And the graph that we have today will tell us information about how many objects are red, how many objects are green, and how many objects are blue. Let's make our graph. Now, before you actually draw it, I forgot to tell everyone what materials you'll need for today. So just like yesterday, you're just gonna need a piece of paper and something to write with, and Mr. Junie is just gonna use a marker today. So the first thing when drawing a graph is that you're gonna draw a square. Remember, a square is a 2D shape that has some special attributes. It has 4 corners and also how many sides? It has 4 sides. And remember, a square has 4 sides that are different. No, remember, all the sides are equal. All sides are the same. So here's my square. So here's my square, and now I'm gonna decompose or break this square into 3 equal parts. How many equal parts? Now you haven't learned this yet, but that's called thirds. Thirds means 3 equal parts. So I'm gonna draw 3 equal parts like this. So I'm gonna draw 2 lines. 1 line here. And 1 line here. So now I have about 3 equal parts. And I'm also going to draw another line like this. And now I have these little shapes here. These are going to be for my categories. Everyone say categories. A category is a group of things that are the same. So tell your mom and dad, what does a category mean? A category is a group of things that are the same. So we'll have a green category for things that are green. We'll have a blue category for things that are blue, and a red category for things that are red. I'm gonna write those different colors in the boxes here. So I'll write red. Maybe I'll write a big capital R2 for red. Down here, I'll put green. So G-R-E-E-N. And what letters should I write up here. G, yeah, G for green. G here. And then blue, the word blue down here. What letter should I put? B for blue. At the top of my graph, I'm also gonna write down a title. A title tells us what the graph is about. And our graph is about colors of objects. What's our graph about? Yeah, it's about colors of objects. So I'm gonna write our title right above our graph. So I'm gonna write the word title, T-I-T-L-E. And then I'm gonna write down colors of objects. And that's our title. The title of our graph says colors of objects. Now at the bottom or under our graph, I'm gonna write something called a key. The key tells us what each tally represents. So here, down here, I'm gonna draw a tally. And each of the tallies that I'm gonna put in my graph represents one object. Again, each tally represents one object. So here's a tally. One tally equals one object. Now I'm gonna look at each of my categories, and I'm gonna start with the red category. And I'm gonna draw a tally for every object that I have that's red. So here's one red object, and I'm gonna draw one red tally. So far, I have one object that is red. Here are some red scissors. So I'm gonna draw another tally. How many objects do I have now that are red? I have one object, two objects that are red. Now I can move on to my green objects. Let's see. This pillow is green, so I'm gonna put one tally in the green category. And actually, this is the only green object I have. So now I can move on to the blue category. Remember that glove? This is one object, so I'm gonna write down one tally because I have one object so far that's blue. And I also have these cubes. This is one object. So I'm gonna write down one tally, another tally in my blue category. Oh, I forgot. I have another red object. Remember my mug? It's also red. So am I gonna put a tally in the green category? Am I gonna put another tally in the blue category? Which category? The red category. So I'm gonna write another tally right here in the red category. So that I just recorded all of my objects. And now I have my finished graph. And again, a graph tells us information about something. And today, the information, the title, was about colors of objects. Cool. Now I have a couple of questions before I go. Now in your graph, not mine, in your graph, how many of your objects were red? Also, how many of your objects were blue? How many objects in your graph were green? And I have two challenge questions for you too. Which color had the most objects? Again, which color had the most objects? And one last question before I go. Which color had the least amount of objects? Again, which color had the least amount of objects? Make sure you tell your families your answers. And I'll see you again tomorrow for another daily math activity. Bye, everyone.